Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Nugpot Plays. My name is Nugpot, and today we're playing Space Haven, which is brought to us by the fine folks at Bug Bite. This is a shipbuilding space exploration game that has you designing your dream ship while trying to keep your crew members alive. You can think of like a mix of RimWorld and FTL, if that helps. It's kind of its own sort of things happen as they happen style game. It's been in alpha for a while now, and it's just received a big UI update, so I figure now's as good a time as any to check it out. So, for the start, you've got a couple different scenarios. Your first scenario is pretty basic, it just throws you straight into it. And you've got a semi-decent ship, a couple of guys, and you can just go from there. The next one allows you to build your own ship based on, you start like a mining station, you've got all the material you need to go from there. And then the third one is you just have at it, go to your heart's content, so it's more sandbox style. We'll just do this first one to start with. Game name doesn't really matter, that's just how it gets saved. I end up starting over every time because I fail catastrophically. I have yet to build a ship that isn't a big hunk of crap. So here we are, you're straight into it. So you've got your nice big planet in the background. So there's various asteroids littered about. There are other ships. So this is sort of my building area in the green here. You've got the other ships that you can go and search. So eventually we will head over there, loot that to see what's going on here. So right off the bat, we need to build some tools. Oh, look at this, yeah. So last time I played, this was not here. Or things were moved around, they'd been dragged and dropped, and we didn't have any of this stuff. They've added a fastest speed instead of just faster. So things will speed up a little bit. You've got a night and day. What else have we got? So that's everything you need to know about your ship. So you've got vents, hazardous gases, CO2, oxygen, sort of the room groups, etc. These are actually quite important as eventually you reach the point where your guys are freezing to death. You're not sure why. You run out of oxygen, odd little things like that. What have we got? So, okay, so that's your walls. You can see your walls. And they added a roof. So that I don't know if they're going to start building like into the Z-axis, or if they're just going to be adding things like turrets and shields and windows and that kind of stuff up there. But we'll see as it goes along. So right off the bat, we need to make some tool facilities. If I can remember F, there we go. So we need to build some stuff for tools, which we'll just throw right in there. You guys can go on that. Oh, look at that, scroll thingies. Isn't that fancy? So we will need also, you'll have to breathe. Believe it or not, we need some life support up in this bitch. We'll throw that in right here. That'll do. Right there, we'll throw a, gas scrubber in there too, so we can get some oxygen flowing properly, get rid of all of the, contaminants, pollutants, whatever you want to call them. I also like to take this stuff in so that it's a little bit more, you can separate it up. Ooh, building not possible. Why not possible? Alright, let's sketch this. So if we were to build something there, oh, it's because it's the hull. Well, now I feel like an ass. So we need a wall there, not a hull. So we could build a wall, what are we, 1, 2, right there, across there. Just to give it a bit of a more obvious, this is sort of the hangar versus the rest of the ship, which we'll start building stuff into. So we also need electricity, don't we? Power. So we'll need some power nodes. So let's throw them, generally like the ones on the wall because they're a little less ugly. We can throw a big power node like right in there, let's say, and then we can throw a couple wall nodes in here. That'll do. We'll throw, that should be fine. And then we just need to connect them all. So once we get this connected, so we'll need some lights, which I believe are in furniture, right? Yes. So we'll throw some lights in here. Throw a light right about, that'll do. And then we'll throw another one down in the corner there. We'll throw a couple here, a couple there. We'll need some warmth as well, because it's going to be cold as balls, and people will start freezing and being pissed about that. Let's make it semi-livable in here. So then we need to link all this. So we'll take you, link this. This can link to this. This can link to this. Can we link these two? No, that's fine. So there we go. We're all powered up. We got some lights up in here. We've got this. Let's build a bit more wall, shall we? We can build some wall this way. We can cordon off this area. We'll give our power supply its own little kind of room. That looks fine enough for me. Can you? Is there space there? Yeah. Why don't we move this? Can we move this? Yes, we can. We'll move this into there. I mean, that looks like as good a spot as any. We'll knock that down so there's a doorway in there. That's a little room there. We've got our... What's not on a power grid? What's not on a power... Why are you not... Oh, it's because you're not there. Okay, that's fine. Let's make another one of these. So we'll need some more power down here. There you go. So everything should be on the power grid now. You guys have your little room. We'll delete that so there's another doorway in there. We'll need to make some... We'll need some bed, won't we? We'll just make bunk beds for the start. That's as good a spot as any. So we got 4 bros. We'll give you your... Well, you don't need any lights in there, do they? No, they don't need any lights. Let's get some walls in here, and we can change all this up after. But for the time being, we just want a little... Why can't that go there? I don't understand. Oh, it's because you need to make that first. Fine, that's cool. Do that. So we've got... What do we have? Nowhere to rest. That's fine. Building jobs not possible. Why are jobs not possible? Oh, those jobs are not possible. So that's not linked. That's fine. We will link you to here. There we go. So bing, bing, bing. Okay. So, I mean, I think we're doing all right now. Just need a few odds and ends here and there. So let's have a quick peek. We don't need... Is there any system we need? No. Any airlock stuff? No. Production. Oh, we'll need a bathroom, won't we? Because you gotta have a poo. If you gotta poo, just poo. Put it right in there. And we'll make a door there. So that will be in facility. Is it? Yes. Toilet. Fancy toilets. How many toilets do we need? Just the one for now, right? Do they need light in their toilets? Alright, what's the temperature here? So everything is comfortable. So they're all room temperature along the way. Which is fine. We'll need some power in there. So ship power. Wall node right there. Because I think the power or the toilets are powered. You don't just crap out into the nothingness. Yeah, there you go. We will wait for them to build a wall there. We'll make some hallway lights, I guess. A couple hallway lights. Speed things up a tiny bit. How fast is the fastest? It's pretty fast, actually. It's good. Before the fast was not always that fast. Let's connect that just so I know we don't have any chance of losing connection. Something happens here. I've never had it where like your power explodes or anything like that. But it doesn't mean it won't happen. In fact, I'd be surprised if it didn't happen. Alright, so while they're sleeping, why don't we can plan to expand the hull. So let's sketch some more hull. So if we were to, so that's the bedroom, that's the bathroom, we can make like a little mess right here, right? So we can make a little mess with the kitchen right there, and then we'll need a little garden off the kitchen. Is that about it? I think that's about it, right? So you have a kitchen, little garden. Yeah, we could just go do that afterwards. So you can sketch it out, which is really nice. So I could plan all sorts of things in here. And then whatever I want to do, I can activate it all. Or if I'm like, no, wait, this doesn't work, I can have a look at what's a better option. Go back to ship. And then erase sketches. So I don't need that. That stuff's not functional. It's pointless. So then my little guys get in their pods, go out there and start building my deck. What are we missing? Not enough build tools. No constructor assigned to ship. What do you mean no constructor assigned to ship? Crew? Oh, no one's constructing. Why are none of you? Well, let's make you all a little bit better, shall we? So everybody can get building. Mine, maintenance, logistics, you're all fine. Industry, we'll bump all these up a tiny bit. You don't need to be good at it. I just want you to do it a little bit. So that there's always somebody doing something, right? Cool. Now things are running a bit smoother. Let's shut off this wall. So we'll close this down so it is now just one single room. I cannot build there. That's fine. I don't need to build there. Whoop, they have beds. So they have beds, so they're a little bit happier. So what do we have? We've got Eliza. Eliza doesn't have a backstory yet. That's fine. They haven't added those in. She is happy enough. Uncomfortable environment. Yeah, that's fairly obvious. She's lonely. Lonely, I would make some friends around here. Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll make friends with you. You got Bristol, Carson, and Tara. 3 chicks and 1 dude. Sure things will go well with that. So let's close this off a tiny bit. So we'll close that in so it's a little bit more kitchen-y. Let's throw facilities. Ooh, we'll slow that down a tiny bit. Oh, that's not slowing it down. There you go. So let's put some, was it facility? Kitchen. All right, let's put a kitchen in here. So we'll throw the kitchen in, I don't know, right there. That's fine. We need some power. So we'll throw a wall node in, I don't know. Oh, well, I want to put it there, but we got to wait for this stuff to get finished building, so. Once they're done the hull. Nowhere to rest. Object not on power grid. I know. Because I need you to make this hull, please. Why don't we... Yeah, they're all freezing. They're all freezing because it's cold, but I need them to build the HUD, or the hull, so that I can get going on the rest of the stuff. Oh, it is done. Why won't it let me build there? Production, power, no. Oh, I can. Can I build there? Oh, I'm just crazy. Just an idiot, that's all. Oh, it's because you can't build it in the corner, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? So we'll throw it there. That's fine. Put that one there. We'll throw another one down here just for shits and giggles. Now we need to link this. So we'll link that to this. We'll link this to this. This to this. Lots of power flowing across. We need to make a... slow it down before everyone ends up dying. We need a... Yeah, we'll do a little couch in... Couch or a table? What's couch? So a couch gives us that much. Yeah. We'll just make a table. Throw a little square table in there. So we'll put a square table there. We'll give some chairs, at least 1 or 2 chairs. Because I'm conscious of how much fabric we have. I don't want to run out of fabric. So we'll throw a couple of those there. Despoina. HSS Despoina. We will put a wall along here somewhere as well. Where are we? Wall, door. Don't need to bother with doors yet. This is not in a good spot. Let's move this here. Let's move it over a tiny bit. There you go. Move that over a tiny bit. You guys can speed up a little bit. That would be wonderful. So now we're cooking with fire, which is good. Do we need a little bit of light? I don't think lights... Yeah, light barely uses anything. We can make tons of lights. Light's fine. We'll throw some lights in there. We'll throw another light there. I'm gonna light over here. Nice and well lit. Link that again. Link all these. Should get everything connected. We'll build a wall in this spot. So wall straight across here. Cannot build. Yes, you can. Did you lie to me? Oh, that doesn't have any connection? Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. I don't need it right now. Forget it. Knock that down. So then we have... Everything's fine in here. Is there anything we need immediately? We've got life support. Oh, we should probably put some heaters in here, huh? So we'll put a heater down... I don't know, how about right there? Put a heater there. So that will give us, so temperatures are fine. They're a bit cold here, but we don't need much more there. We'll need food, won't we? We'll need to put some food in here. So let's put a door, and we'll get production, is it? Food. So we need some grow beds. Grow beds will let us grow things, surprisingly enough. So we can put, I mean, we can fit 3 grow beds in there. We can fit 3 in there. There's no great rush, but we'll put at least 2 in there, and then we'll need some power to it, which I think this will cover, right? Should cover it. Power, yeah, we should be fine with that. So then we can make, what else do we need? Style, production, food. What are these grow beds? Miniaturized grow beds? Maybe we should just do that. What's the difference? They use a bit less, so let's cancel these, and let's put one of these. I think, is that, I don't know if this is new. I don't remember seeing this one here before, but I like it. Oh, cannot build there. Why not? Oh, we need the whole room. So if we built like so, then we got a nice big grow bed. Then we need some CO2 in there, right? Works best in an enclosed room with CO2 regulator. So let's put a system, is it? No. Production, crew, life support. There you go. CO2 producer. Will it let us put those in there? They're not quite the right size. How do we just need to expand the hull a tiny bit. So if we increase the size of the hull by just the smallest, barest amount, so something like that, then we can throw one in like right there or something. At least they're quick. They're flying around doing what I need them to do, which is nice. So that's in life support, was it? Yes. Yes. No, not a gas scrubber. CO2 producer. So if we throw that in just like so, there you go. So then we need to plant things. So we can plant in bed 1, we'll do root vegetables. We can plant fibers. We can plant some fruit. We can plant artificial meat. And why don't we plant a bit more... root. Oh, it needs power. Right, okay. Power. Power. Always need power. There's always something else you need in here. Production, is it? I never remember where anything is. So power node, power capacity node. That's like a battery, I think, right? Well, we'll put this right there. So that, how many connections does this have? 2. That's fine. So we'll be alright with that. So we're out of resources. We're out of carbon. That's fine. We can go get some carbon. We will connect this bad boy to this. Things will start booting up. So now we can go and what do we have? We have noble metals, base metals, ice, carbon. So let's mine all the carbon because we're going to need it anyways. And then what we can do is we can now look at, so if we take Carson and we draft him, Carson, go pick up a gun. So if we give Carson a shotgun, put that as his primary, so you can actually, you can undraft now. We don't need that. Eliza, you also, draft you, and then you also will come down, pick up a gun. We'll give you a pistol. I mean, we may as well give everyone. May as well equip them all with a weapon, right? That's fine. So you're, how do we undraft you? Undraft you, so then we need Bristol. Bristol gets the pistol. Oh, she's a miner right now. Okay, so they're off mining. That's fine. They can do their thing. Who's this? So you're... Okay, offload your goods. That's fine. In fact, while we're doing that, why don't you two... We're going to draft you. We're going to... we're going to... Which one's enter? Enter craft. And then this... We're going to move down here. So we've got our spaceship, which we can now dock. We can now dock it here, right? Select air locker tile. There we go. So we're docking, which now gives us access to this ship. So we can offload these two. Ooh, bugs! So right away we're in combat. That's fine. They're pretty simple here. So now we can wander through this, fighting off ye bugs. Man, if this doesn't remind you of the old style XCOM, like look, that's almost identical, like the original XCOM. Fucking brilliant. All right, Alright, so we'll go through here, have a quick peek around, make sure there's no bugs. Then as soon as these guys have searched the whole building, there's nothing to pick up in here. What's down here? Go through here. Spooky. Spooky, scary. So we've got take up ship stuff. We can go through here. You got the shotgun. You can lead the way with your shotgun. Ooh, what are these? Why don't you pick that up? I don't know. New data log. Excellent. What's in our new data log? So, day 5.1, Carson has a bite. Anything else in here? I think that's... Oh, shit. Come back in here and wait for him. Do we wait for him or do we go and get him? He's just a bug. He's just a bug. Shoot him. Get him, guys. Excellent. Ship explored the Moss Wave Runner. So that's the Moss Wave Runner. So if we undraft these guys, we can now salvage this ship. So if we salvage this, how do we? I don't remember how to salvage it. Have I? Didn't we undraft you two? So you guys can always go back home, right? Are you both gonna go back home? Yes. I didn't know if she'd take off without him. All right, let's salvage this. So if we select this, we can now transfer everything. So select all, transfer it all. So there's some, they've got some water, energy rods, little odds and ends. So things like the infra blocks, tech blocks, the fabrics, the soft blocks, these sorts of things are really useful for us. Food's obviously good as well. Electronics and a monster corpse, I guess. We could throw that in the autopsy room if need be. But they will now transfer all of that back to us. So once they do something, I'm not sure. Cannot from derelict. You must undraft. Oh, it's because the ship is drafted. Whoops. There we go. Just leave them stuck on there forever, apparently. So yeah, we're still mining that, and then what we can also do is we can salvage the whole ship. So we will take everything on this ship and strip it for parts. So we can strip this ship down, give us more material to expand our own ship, and then eventually I can build up all kinds of ships, so I can have lots of stuff. Someone was mean to me. Eliza was mean to Tara. That's why you don't have any friends, Eliza. That's why nobody likes you. Alright, so how's our temperature in here? It is decent. Things are fine. We've got a bit of food. We've got some materials. What we'll need to start doing is we'll need to build. So if we expand our hull back here. So if we go, I think it's like 8 by 8 or so. That'll probably be fun. So 8 by 8 like so. So we'll activate that. And we'll put an engine on this. And then up at the front, so in front of the kitchen, we'll have the, whatchamacallit, the cockpit. The cockpit. That's fine. So obviously you can make some pretty cool looking ships. For me, it's mostly function over form. Because when I try and do form, it's shit, and it never works out, and everything goes wrong. So the Deponia, that's our weight, and then I believe the 0 up here becomes, like that's how much we can actually move. So once we install our ship, once we install the engines in it. So we've got some food and shit growing. You've got a bit of food here. Do we need to tell them to use things? No, they'll use it. So eventually you can, as any good game has, you can eat people. So when if somebody dies, you can get lots of protein in them. You can use monster meat as well, but you never know what's going to be in that monster meat. Obviously, it can give you the monster shits if you're not careful. So we've got our energy. That's fine. Is there anything else we should be building here? So this is just style. So with the presets, you can actually, this will do the whole place because I don't have any doors in it. But like this room, we can set this up as like a fancy grow room. What's the best one for this? You probably want a tile floor. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. So there's that room. This is fine. They're building that. So what do we need to make our system? So we need a hyperdrive, which will go right on there. And we need, I think we've got all the materials for that. We can make a bridge as well. So we'll throw the bridge in here. Put the bridge there. Could probably do some more chairs, but we know chairs are not that important. Still mining that. Let's, we start mining this stuff too. Mine all that, mine all this. And then what we'll need to do is expand this area. So once that's done, we can expand this area so that we can build, where are we here? Sketch this. So we'll want to expand all this so that we can have a big, like, mining facility, like an industrial facility, sort of industrial room behind all this. And then that'll let us break down all the things, like we can make use of the carbon, the minerals, the noble metals, that sort of stuff. And then, as you can see, we've already started stripping this down. There's not much left. They've started ripping the hull out. They'll come back, start dismantling all this, and then we'll keep building it up until we've got everything we need on it. So until it is nothing but a corpse, and then we basically sort of a description of what people are, I guess, is we strip everything in this area, and then as soon as it's void of any resources, we fly to a new area and basically rinse and repeat. Some of the new areas you end up running into people, so you can add on to your crew. A couple of times I've done it, we've been overwhelmed by alien bugs because I got too excited exploring, got cornered, and then basically all my people got stuck onto the wall and became aliens, and that was me done. I've also run out of materials, so I got stuck being unable to go anywhere because I didn't plan out the beginning of my stuff. Because it's easy for things to go tits up if you're not paying attention. Okay, so we can mine all this. Look at that. We just do it right from there. That's new. That's nice. You can even end up building more ships. So if I don't know if it lets me do it here. Crew, view tactical map. That's tactical. What's this? System. We'll worry about that when we get to it. So what is this? So we can, all the stuff. That's fine. So how are we doing here? You are breaking this apart, so you can see the guys going around picking up all the things. So they've torn apart everything. What do we have? We've got, I don't know what those are, but I'm sure we'll break them down and take them with us. So they're working hard. Strip that down. Kitchen we can get. There's lots of little bits of food and all these sorts of things. So move it all back to Deponia, or Desponia, Derponia. We are here. Tara's feeling lonely. That's fine. This is new as well. We didn't have this. This is really nice to see. Just lets me know what's going on. Energy is fine. I think we've got lots of power cells. Food's coming. How are we doing with this? Yeah, it's coming along. Nice to have a nice space there for cooking stuff. Or for growing stuff, I guess, to cook here. Otherwise. And what else have we got? Now we're just kind of waiting, so let's speed things up. Oh, data logs. The end didn't happen with a bang or fanfare, or even a nuclear fireball. It just crept up on us. It began in the 21st century. Humanity made great strides in that century, but so much damage had already been done, and so much of it was invisible, too. When the insect population collapsed, food crops and biodiversity both suffered. Without those, ecosystems all over the globe suffered. By the time we curtailed our CO2 emissions, there were too few trees to sequester the excess. The result was hotter summers and deeper freezing winters. It was a bit too specific, I think. Species went extinct by the thousands every day, and as we squabbled over the cause and solutions, we pulled ourselves apart. Old allies became bitter rivals. Nations became apart at the seams. The great edifices that supported the internet, global trade, just-in-time delivery, and all the other things that humanity depended on to live, they all fell apart. Starvation, disease, and war made the 22nd century even bloodier than the 20th. Humanity was always good at adapting, though. When the sun baked the land, we invented thermoregulator. When the crops failed, we invented grow pods. We got better at recycling and finding new energy resources. But we were always a step behind where we needed to be. Folk used to joke about the big tech firms and their slogans. Yesterday's solution, tomorrow. It's not that we survived the world, but we certainly made it impossible to sustain human civilization as it was. Too many places lapsed into feudal tyranny, or mismanaged themselves into famine, or just plain became unlivable as the climate shifted. Through it all, we never gave up on space exploration. There were complaints, of course, that it was a waste of increasingly valuable resources, that all the money and effort could go towards actually solving the problem. Now it seems that maybe space was the only solid investment that we ever made. Well, that's probably as good a spot as any to call it a day. This has been Space Haven, and if it seems like your type of game, I highly recommend you can check it out now. You'll find the links in the description below, and as always, thanks for taking the time to click on the video. My name is Nugpot, and my goal is to navigate the world of indie games and see what's worth your hard-earned time and money. So if you liked the video, leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next time, we'll see you later. Cheers!